That's right. I'm smiling here for the past 2 hours waiting for this show.
I am too. I mean, Victor Ortiz, love him or hate him, Victor Ortiz is not a boring guy. We're going to talk to him. I mean, you guys know about the face lube, and y'all know about some of that stuff, but I bet you we're going to pull some stuff out of the hat tonight that you didn't know about. So if you tuned in expecting to hear so tell me how your training camp's been going. Wrong show. So tell me, how do you think the fight's going to end? Wrong show.
What is your strategy for the fight? Can you tell us exactly how you're going to fight your opponent?
Exactly.
No.
You're not going to hear the same old. No, it's not. Tell me how your sparring's been going. No, if that's what you expected to hear, this is the wrong show. And I think I see our guest in the queue right now. Let me bring him on. Good evening. You are on with the Ruckus podcast. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, it's Lisa.
Hello.
I'm getting Victor. Please hold.
All right. What's up, Lisa?
Hi.
Lisa should just stay on and rock with us.
Oh, you know.
We are so excited for that. I have so many people texting me and hitting me up on Twitter. They are so anxious to hear from Victor because they already know what direction we're going to go in tonight. It's not going to be anything ordinary. We already know he's training. We already know he's going to make weight. So those are things we don't need to ask him. We're going to have a blast.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to warn him. Hang on 1 second.
Uh-oh, warning.
So do you think the fight's going to end in a knockout? Wrong show. So after you fight Berto, who would you like next? No, not this show. Not asking that.
Only, ladies.
Oh, we are on. Is Victor Ortiz on the line with us?
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Hey,
What's up, Vic?
How's it going?
Vic. We hyped to talk to you.
We've been smiling ear to ear all day in the talk to.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. What was that?
I said we've been smiling ear to ear all day waiting to talk to you.
All right. Well, let's get it on.
All right.
All right, let's get it. Victor, before we get it started, I got to see if you could bring this back for us. I had to dig this out.
All right. Oh, no.
Give it to us. You got to give us a hot 16. Let's go, Vic.
You remember this?
We can go outside the room for a month or two. I'll show you how I volunteer. Act right, might show you to the side too. Ask me how I'm feeling. I just feeling fine. It's like that old school letter. Will you be mine? Next line was in the bed overtime. It was mid summertime. Just saying.
All right.
Yay, put me on blast.
No, but that's dope. Man, that's dope, though. Man, don't let them hate. Don't let them hate on your John. They just mad because they don't have one.
I'm laying down right now, so I was like, I was trying not to choke on any words. Oh, man. How we doing today?
All right.
Good. So, look, we like to have a lot of fun on our show. Can you hear me, Vic, or am I still breaking up?
No, I can hear you perfect.
Okay, great. So we like to have a lot of fun on the show. We're not going to ask you the typical boxing questions. You know, we know that you're training. We know that you're going to make weight. We know you're going to be ready. We don't need your strategy in the ring. But so we want to go in a whole different direction. Have fun with you tonight. If at any time in the show you want to plead the fifth, then you could do that, okay? Because we might ask you some things and you might want to answer it. So
Okay,
here we go.
No
All right, cool. So your fight with Berto coming up April 30th. The first fight was epic, but this time around we see that Andre Berto has so much animosity towards you. And, like, you seem like the coolest, most funnest guy that you would want to hang out with outside of the ring. So where's all that animosity coming from Berto towards you?
I took his soul, and I'm not giving it back. So, you know, I'd be upset, too.
Wow.
He just seems like taking this really personal. Do you think the fight with Floyd Mayweather may have changed him? I mean, he always seemed like to be a cool dude, but he seems to be a little bit more cocky and arrogant these days.
I don't know. You know, I don't pay attention to that because ultimately, like, the world knows. I mean, I've known Berto since we were youngsters. I mean, I don't see a bad guy in Berto. To be trying to play the big bad wolf, that doesn't mix. So, ultimately we have 8-ounce gloves on in the ring with a 12-round fight, and you ain't gonna hide who you are.
That's right. So after your big fight with Floyd, you capitalized off of that fight. You released a cologne, you had face lube, you were like a spokesman for an underwear company, and you were on Dancing with the Stars. And we don't think that Andre Berto has done much after his Floyd Mayweather fight, so maybe there's some jealousy there. You think that's where the animosity is coming from?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the thing is, I've always said it like this. If you're a crappy person, then crap comes your way. If you're a good person, you treat everybody cordially and respectfully, then, hey, the sky's the limit. I've always treated people, however, I don't care if you're a janitor. I mean, I worked in construction. I worked in Burger King. I worked in roofing. I worked in fields. I mean, my whole thing is I know how to respect people whether you have money or no. There's been people coming up to me, yeah, I got this Maserati, I have this Bentley. I'm like, that's cool, man, right on, bro. Well, how come you don't have something like that? I'm like, I don't need it. And on top of it, I have friends that have that. I'm pretty sure they'll let me borrow it if I need it that bad. I just keep it simple, I don't need to go flaunt and floss and this and that. Can I? Absolutely, but then I end up in the 7 percentile that Sports Illustrated writes about. 85 to 95% of professional athletes end up broke at the end of their professional careers. And guess what? I'm not one of those guys. I don't live flossy. I just wake up. I pay my dues. I work hard, just like you guys. You guys, I'm pretty sure you're up in the morning grabbing your coffees. And you guys have days you don't want to go to work? Absolutely. I have some of those days sometimes. I'm like, dang it. And I just wake up and go to work and go forth, full throttle. So I don't know where Andre's making up all this animosity in his head. I mean, if anything, I've tried to shake his hand a few times. They sat us next to each other. I don't know if it was on purpose, but for the Grudge match, the movie with Sylvester Stallone, they sat us down right next to each other, and I was like, yo, what's up, Berto? He looked at me like, oh, hell no. And I was like, let's not make this awkward, bro. I mean, come on. It's not even a boxing match. It's just a movie, bro. Relax. But
okay, Vic,
I don't know.
Vic, I got to ask you, since you're talking about luxury items and not needing all that stuff, I went on Amazon and I decided to Google the face lube to see what's up with the face lube. Okay, first of all, maybe we want what's the magic elixir that's in the face lube, because I'm real specific about what I have on my face, and I want to know what's the magic elixir in the face lube.
No, honestly, that came from a couple scientists that they sat there with me one day, and I don't know much about the actual, the formulas and this and that they mix into everything, but I compared a lot of my stuff in my line to something similar to a what's that one stuff, Proactive and stuff like that. They have Proactive and then they have Neutrogena. Mm-hmm. So out of those mixes, I was like, I want something that is obviously being a world champion in boxing. You're not just the typical Joe. Like you have to provide from a champ to a champ, pretty much. So you have to treat people with some good stuff, like good product, good good ingredients in your products in order to succeed. And I didn't go in there and just try to mess with some cheap stuff and put my name on it, because what if that cheap stuff messes somebody's skin up? They come at me like, man, that bull stuff sucks. And it's like, no.
I'm glad you said
so
that.
So my stuff is all top of the line. Now, if I can't scientifically break it down for you because I don't have everything in front of me. But if I could put a couple people on the line for you, and they'll break it down for you 100%, and you get your money's worth because it's good stuff for your skin.
I'm glad you said that, because I thought, well, let me see what the package is. Maybe I want to pick up a little something for Christmas. Victor Ortiz, the face lube package is like $300. I said, what in the hell
it's up there.
is going on? That shit is not cheap.
I'm telling you. Yes, ma'am. It's up there.
All right, so are you an investor in face lube, or are you like a brand ambassador? How are you making money off this? Because, see, here again, you mentioned earlier, you have a lot of young boxers right now that are out there buying Rolls Royces and all this crap, and we actually think you're a much smarter guy. You've actually invested in businesses.
Yes, ma'am. I've actually put some of my money back into what's mine, I have to, because it's one of those things where it's your business, you know. In order to make your business, you got to feed your own money pretty much, and to keep it flowing, you know. If this is a prime example. My brother has a couple rigs that he still runs, right? And it's one of those things where at first my brother was throwing his money into his semis and just, you know, he was making $5-6 grand a week per semi. So, you know, you'd see my brother doing his thing and flossing, and I go, dude, relax, bro. You need to bump the brakes, bro. Well, what? What for, man? I work hard. No, that's not what I'm saying. Look, you can work hard, but what I'm trying to tell you is whatever money you're making, put it back into your trucks. Well, what are you talking about? Tires, brakes, oils, lubes, fluids. Dude, come on. And he's like, oh, well, you don't know. I'm like, each tank takes $500 to fill up, bro. Think about it. So he started going for it, got his head on straight, and after a little while, he finally said, you know what, maybe you're right. So turned around, and he's doing pretty damn well. You know, before he was just flossing here, flossing there. He'd pick up the check everywhere, and I was like, don't do that, man. So, you know, thankfully he's doing well. He learned the hard way, but he learned.
I need to come talk to you, Victor, because clearly I need to get my mind right and invest my money back into me. You might want to go into wealth management when you finish your time in the ring, because that makes a lot of damn sense for people who are not listening.
No, it's just, you know, it's one of those things. I've always told my brother, you know, I had to get custody of the kid, you know, so I ended up having to finish raising the kid. And then high school and college, I had time off of 2 jobs, you know, so I was working for construction, I was working for Red Bull as a merchandiser, and I was going to college. So, and I had custody of my younger brother, so that was tough to put food on the table, pay my rent, pay my bill for my car that I had, and it was just one of those things that it was so tough. And I told my brother one day, I said, look, you know what, dude? You got to realize something, bro. You don't have a mommy or a daddy, or in this case, a pillow. If you fall, you're going to fall flat on your face. I said, so get your head right, work hard, dude, because once me, I'm your pillow right now. But once I'm done and you're grown, you're done too. You're no longer, you don't have no pillow, you don't have nothing. You got yourself, like, you know, obviously like the grown-ups say, you got yourself a nice set of, you know, down there, and strap them up, buddy.
So how old was your younger brother with custody?
He was almost 3.5 years younger than me, but he's in the line we were pretty different at the time. And now the kid is actually doing amazing. He had a baby girl, and her name is Sophia. She's adorable. And he became a man really quick, which was kind of crazy and impressive at the same time. So now that my little brother is now a father, and he's a guy who works hard 24/7, and I'm just like, whoa, what happened to the kid, you know?
Yeah, you were able to mentor him. That's awesome. So you mentioned going to college. Did you graduate? Did you get your degree?
I have not got my degree, which is where another situation there where you mentioned a little bit ago, you can go into like this whole financing thing of business. I was like, I changed my major from English, freestyle writing, to business, which was accounting. Really? And when they hit me with those, when they hit me with those accounting classes, I felt like crying, man. I'm like, man, but you know the thing is, my deal with the University of Kansas is that's why I always wear my university on my trunks, because I have to finish my major. As long as I finish my major, I can wear that Jayhawk. And if I don't, then I can't wear it.
Good for you.
Vic, that's crazy. I've never, in all the years that I've watched you fight in different interviews and things like that, I've never known any of these things about you. That is really incredible. Raising a kid, working multiple jobs, fighting. How do you balance it all? Because once the kid becomes an adult, it doesn't just cut off. How do you continue to mentor him even now and still maintain? Because you're still a pretty young guy. How do you balance it all?
Yeah, you know, I still try to. Well, first of all, my brother comes at me once in a while. Hey, Junior. They call me Junior. So he says, how come you don't have any kids yet? I'm like, dude, I raised a nephew till he was 2 years old, dude, from the time he was in diapers, and I raised you from the time you were 14 and on. And here's the thing, bro. Put it this way. You guys kind of scared me from having kids, so I don't want any kids right now, bro. I said I have enough going on with myself, bro. I have enough enough problems waking up in the morning sometimes for training alone. I was like, nah, bro, but at the same time, I have a little bit of freedom now. I said, man, my first time ever going out and partying or doing any kind of craziness like that was at my 21st birthday. And on my 21st birthday, I did it one time. And then after that, I didn't do anything again until my 23rd birthday. 23rd birthday, I didn't do anything again until my 25th. But on my 25th birthday, I got my jaw broken. So after my 25th, I said, you know what? I've never had a social life. I've never partied. I've never done any craziness. I'm going to start seeing what this whole Hollywood life is about. And obviously, I nailed Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, I nailed Southpaw. Southpaw, I nailed Expendables 3. Expendables 3, Southpaw. Southpaw, into the Iron Fist or something like Into the Fist. After Into the Fist, they got me on Ray Donovan's show. Ray Donovan's show, they got me onto the Andrew Dice Clay show. Andrew Dice Clay show got me onto this other movie.
Whoa.
I did. That was all while I was healing, though, thankfully. So, you know, now I'm full throttle back. You know, I'm back 100%. My limbs are healed. My jaw's good, and we're good to go.
You mentioned.
But in the meantime, I launched a whole different career.
Yeah, you mentioned Dancing with the Stars and not having any kids. I remember watching Dancing with the Stars where we were on. I think you guys were going to dance a Roomba, and she was like, "Look, Vic, you need to show more passion. Have you ever been in love?" And it's like you were really hurt and heartbroken back then. You're like, "Yeah, I was, but you know, somebody broke my heart." So are you over that? Like, have you moved on? You got a new girlfriend? What's good in your social life?
Oh yeah, no. I'm great. Love life is I have 2 boxing gloves and I have a couple of freaking belts that I'm chasing right now. And those are my only loves as of right now. And I'm not stopping for anybody. So thankfully, distractions, no females in the mix. I have females in the mix, but you know, I kind of gotta keep them distant because sometimes.
Oh, we know that.
They tend to take over. You know, they try to. What's more important, me or boxing? I'm like, you really just asked me that?
we have Ray Flores. You know the ring announcer Ray Flores. So we had him on our show a couple weeks ago, and you know he loves to go out and party. And we asked him, you know, if you could pick a wingman, would you rather have Victor Ortiz or Algerian? He's hands down Victor Ortiz because he likes to share. He would share his girls.
Dang.
Yeah, right.
I'm being burned out like that. Wow. I plead the fifth.
Hello. I heard that. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me give it to you. Okay, so we're gonna give Vic the plead. We gonna give Vic the plead the fifth on the ladies' question. Okay, you know, Vic, I don't wanna bring the mood down, but I have to ask you. So when we saw the story about you at the country western concert with the fan, obviously they said that you kicked somebody, which told me right there the story was probably some bullshit. Because if you get into a fight, you're probably gonna punch the hell out of somebody. What happened at this country concert, Vic Ortiz?
Well, first of all, the dude is like 6'4" or something. You see a little Latino at a country concert. I mean, I guess that's wrong in the guy's eyes. And well, the guy just pretty much you shouldn't try to swing at somebody you don't know that's only 5'9". And so, anyways, he swings at me, misses me, hits my brother. So my brother dropped him. And we literally just held him down, like, yo, you need to chill, dude. And then after that, we left, and then everything was just misconstrued, and people were saying that I stomped on his face, this and that. And first of all, I don't need to stomp on somebody. I certainly, if I were to hit him, it's like, dude, if I were to hit you or touch you, like, you would have been lumped up, like, ugly.
Exactly.
That would have been like a lethal weapons for sure, you know?
Yeah, when I saw that, they said Victor Ortiz kicked a guy at a concert. I said, that's so much bullshit. Victor Ortiz ain't kicking nobody at no concert. Come on, man.
No, I didn't. No need for that, you know. But oh well. I mean, the guy found out who I was because of TMZ. So just been dealing with that guy and lawsuits. You know, it's just part of the game, I guess.
Mhm. All right. That's cool.
You know what? a lot of people would maybe think that you're not the typical Mexican. You love the surf and you're walking red carpets and you're going to country concerts and all this stuff. So on a scale of 0 to Vicente Fernandez, how Mexican are you, Victor?
That's one of those questions that I won't even tell you the way I answered this question one time. It's not even directly to you or nothing. This is how I answered it to this person one time, okay? And don't take it offensive, but this reporter says to me, he says to me one time, so Victor, due to your background and what you are, what do you think you're more Mexican or more American? And I said, well, sir, with all due respect, I don't know who's more ignorant, me for trying to answer your question or you for asking it.
Eso.
So then he stayed quiet and he says, well, what do you mean? I said, look, it's simple, man. I think anybody in America is pretty much considered an American because I'm born and raised in Kansas. Growing up, I was raised by pretty much with my boys and their mamas. And one of my greatest memories is from a lady by the name of Angela Brown. She's African American. And my bros, who I consider my brothers, were Eric Brown and Anthony Brown. And I'd do anything for those two. You could ask them who I dropped and who I knocked out when we were growing up. When they got a little louder, rowdy, And then I had my Caucasian friends who was Brandon Carmichael and the Carmichael family. Anytime somebody got rowdy with them, hey, here we go. So then I had my Latino friends, which are Elias Vargas, I had Anthony Rodriguez. I had all these boys of mine, so it was never a color thing. And a lot of Caucasian people in the Kansas region, so you know what? It wasn't a color thing for me. I was blind and oblivious to color. So when I see all this craziness of being talked about, oh, what are you, more American, more Mexican? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking Neapolitan.
I'm the same. I feel the same way. I'm black, as you know.
You know what? My difference is I speak Spanish, and on top of it, I ended up getting raised by a Caucasian lady, which is Sharon Ford, John Ford, and her family. And last time I checked, I'm Apache Indian on my father and Mexican on my mother. So that's, it's pretty, I don't know, it's a confusing mix, I guess. But ultimately, I know who I am, and I am Neapolitan, Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors, and I'm here to stay.
Okay, 31 flavors. You told me that the ladies you're not checking for the ladies, so you better stop saying that. Somebody might want to get a taste. But anyway, Vic, I got to ask you. So we got to, checking around, and we know you kick it with the boy with the man bun. So I saw your short film, The Slumber Party. Can I get a zebra striped onesie? Can I get a onesie too?
You saw that?
But I sure did. Hell yeah. We do our job
hilarious.
On this show.
Yeah, we were just doing the skit. It's all the YouTubers on there, and it's Brock. It was a funny thing that one of the boys came up with, and Logan Paul and Brock O'Hearn is the man bun, and they're just like, yeah, Vic, we should do this, and then put you in a onesie with like a little bear, and I'm just a daring dude, and I have a good time. I mean, I've been given one life and one life to live, so I live it to the fullest, People make fun of me, call me names because I live my life, and hey, so be it.
We thought it was funny. The funniest thing in that video, not at all. The funniest thing in that video was the picture of Berto on the wall.
Right.
That was so funny.
Vic is rolling. Yeah, we froze this shot.
Part was where I'm unzipping my onesie.
We thought you was gonna take it off.
All right, well we have one last piece for you, and then we're gonna let you go. We know it's kind of late, and you don't want to be on the phone with us all night. We have this game called Plead the Fifth. So we have 3 or 4 questions for you, and you could, hopefully you could answer honestly and authentically, or you could plead the fifth if you want to plead the fifth.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is, did you hook up with singer JoJo?
Plead the fifth?
Do you want to plead the fifth?
I mean, she'll probably slap me, you know?
All right, next one. Who is the biggest cherry picker?
What was that?
I'm sorry. Who is the biggest cherry picker?
I couldn't hear it's like cutting in and out. What was that?
Jeandra, you want to do it?
For sure. Who's the biggest cherry picker in boxing? Danny Garcia, Floyd Mayweather, or Canelo Alvarez?
Damn. Is there such thing as a tie?
Oh yeah. Hey, you answer how you want to.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. Mayweather and Canelo.
Okay.
I think Canelo outdoes Mayweather though.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not mad at that answer.
Because at least Mayweather got in the ring with me.
Right, there it is.
Even though he won't do it again, but he did it once. That's daring enough for me.
Okay, one more question. Did you date Vanessa Bryant in 2011?
You know what? That's the craziest thing that I heard, because when that came out, I remember like a few years ago, I was training and I was hitting the mitts with Coach, and then one of the old friends comes in. He's like, yo, and he's like a big time Laker. And look, my thing is, I've never been a Laker since I was a little kid. My brother's always been a Laker. I've always been a Celtic since we were little kids. We're born and raised in Kansas, you know. So, anyways, this dude comes like, yo, oh, and I'm like, what? Oh, I'm like, dude, what? And he's like, I can't believe you. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? And pretty soon he's like, you hooked up with Vanessa Bryant. I'm like, who the hell is that? He's like, you hooked up with Vanessa Bryant. I was like, who the hell is Vanessa Bryant? So then finally, I went back, and then I'm like, what are you talking about? And then it's everywhere like, oh, Victor Ortiz spotted in Marina Del Rey, Vanessa Bryant. I'm like, who's this Vanessa Bryant they're talking about? Who the hell is this person? So then I typed in Vanessa Bryant on Google, and I was like, oh, damn. I'm like, first of all, I don't even think I've ever even been under the same roof, under the same parties as her. One. Two, the only person I've ever seen in like games and stuff and even fights was Kobe Bryant. And at the time, you know, I was just like, how the hell? I mean, Kobe Bryant knows my name now. That's just on an ugly note, because I don't know the lady like at all. And like, you know, he's a beast, man. What he did in the sport, and now like this dude probably thinks that I dated his wife or whatever they were trying to say about it. And the bad thing about it is when I went back and looked at the thing, I'm like, I don't date girls like that, you know, like it's just, I don't know, it's not my flavor, not my type.
Okay, a bonus one. Who has?
Yeah, that was indeed a big time foul accusation. So,
okay,
but I did
one.
apologize to the Kobe thing. I did apologize to. I said on TMZ that I hope that they figure it out, because I don't want to be causing no craziness. You know what I mean?
That's right. You know, don't have to swing on people. Don't be like Roy Jones and Fat Joe that time. Okay, one bonus one. Who has better hair, Brock O'Hearn or Donald Trump?
Oh man, that's definitely not a tie. Brock O'Hearn, man, hands down, my boy does.
I need him to teach me how to do my bun.
One little string alone of his hair is better.
Yeah, he's luxurious. Okay, so before we wrap it up for the evening, two final questions. Oh, three final questions. There's a rumor going around that the winner of your fight with Berto will get Danny Swift Garcia. Choose the answer or plead the fifth.
I have no idea, but you know what? I know I'm ready for Berto the 30th, so somebody's in trouble. It's not me.
All right, we'll be out there. I'll be out there because I live in LA. Okay, and there is drug testing for this fight, correct?
Oh heck yeah! They follow me around like crazy everywhere. I'm just all right.
Well, as long as they don't tell you to whip it out. Okay, and finally, Victor. Oh, really? Oh, wow. See, that's
Yep.
why the girls
They
are
stare at
following
me
you.
like, I'm like, come on, man. What was that?
Okay, and finally, Victor, before we wrap it for the night, describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words, spontaneous, careless, and very caring.
All right, Vic, it's been a pleasure. As we take you out, I'm going to play this for you as we take you out.
I know DJ E and Carrie know where the bad chicks at.
Let's go. I got a question. Who's the baddest girl?
Oh, here you go. I love you guys.
We found all your joints.
Thanks, ladies.
All right.
All right. All right. Thanks, Vic.
Bye-bye.
All right.